Hello, welcome back to another game between Viper and Melkor. Viper this time yellow as the Spanish. That's what you've seen by Melkor. And Melkor in red actually playing Burmese. And this should be a really interesting game. Not really Melkor civilizations like Spanish and Burmese. That's like monks and unique units and usually aggressive 1TC possibilities. He doesn't really like to play them so much, but of course he can play them. Burmese should be really interesting to see. Are we going to see a monk rush here? I don't see we're going to see a tower rush. We might even see Arambai, but I guess since they got nerfed a little bit, they are not so popular anymore. I'm not sure about it. We're going to find out. Let's check Viper's map first. Spanish here with the main gold on the side. Deer outside, at least 3 of them, maybe 4. I guess it's 3. He's using a sheep to keep the gate open. I'm not sure how this is working though. The sheep apparently is still under the gate, technically. I haven't seen that. Maybe it's a common bug, maybe it's something I don't know. But Viper is going to be able to lure all those 3 deer in, of course, if he wants to. Let's find out. Yeah, the first one going to the TC now. The second stone outside close to that gate here. Viper should be able to secure that if he really needs to. He's got the main stone safe in the back, so that's good for him, as well as the second gold here. And that means the third gold probably outside somewhere. Yes, a little bit away from those walls. Extra berries, I don't think they're going to matter here. Viper has 2 extra golds relatively close. They're on the open field, on the neutral zone, but they're closer to Viper than the Melkor. So Viper might be able to take quite some gold this game if he can go for a little bit of map control here. And the boar inside, which is nice for him. He's still luring the deer. Now that gate has been closed here, so I guess either he moved the sheep or it was a little bit of a bug. But nothing really big. Let's see how Melkor's map is looking like. The main gold, close to the wood patch. We might see a TC here later on. It's a nice TC spot. You can farm here. And if you want to boom a little bit, that's really nice. Main gold on the side. It's not too far forward. The main stone is forward. Melkor got 3 deer outside, which he might start to lure in soon. We are on 18 population. And we have 2 golds here. Second and third gold. Outside, this might be really important. It looks almost mirrored to the extra golds closer to Viper. Of course, second and third gold here are a little bit closer to Melkor space than the extra golds to Viper. But that's not really too nice for him. He also got a stone in the back, the second stone here, which means if either player wants to get a castle up in the early castle age, they won't have any problems. Because, again, we won't see a Thrush here, and I'm thankful for that. Thrush is really not the game you want to see, or at least I don't want to see it. And if you want to see it, please go to Chancellor's channel. He's playing a lot of Thrush, and they are usually really entertaining. But for casting, maybe not the best. What else do we have? We have relics on the map. This one a little bit closer to Melkor, but almost in the neutral zone. This one is close to Melkor. I should be able to get that. One relic right in the middle, in between. Nice in the middle diagonal of that map, I guess. This one close to Viper, and another relic really close to Viper space, and I think Viper should be able to grab this. He could even build palisades around it if he wanted to, but that's unlikely. I think we've seen everything about the map. Let's go forward, fast forward a little bit, see when the players are going up to feudal and castle age. Viper will go there first with the 2 villages on gold, pretty standard 5 farms here, and he had the 3 deer, so Viper should have a decent dark and feudal age or feudal and castle age times here, up times, and pretty decent dark age. Melkor on the other side did not go for his deer. I think he can see them. Wait, I need to go like this. And let me see, yeah, you can see the deer, of course, but he is going with a lot of farms. He's going with 28 population, is not on stone. We might see some cavalry units then for Melkor, like the standard 28 plus 2 build order barracks and stable coming up. No, market blacksmith. This is interesting. I'm not used to seeing like kind of a boomy approach, but with 6 villagers on gold, this looks more like either fast imperial age or just monks here. And I think with Burmese, monks makes a lot of sense. Melkor is quite late for a monk rush, in my opinion, but maybe he got some idea behind it. Maybe he wants to be able to go to imperial age fast, so having a lot of farms will be beneficial for him. That's the extra villagers on farms that usually are not around. All I want is boring Civ like Persia, and I get OP Civs 5 out of 6 games. Interesting. More fun for me. Why you want boring Civs? Known as boring. Yeah, for Melkor they are not. And now Viper is up to Castle Age, going with the Monastery close to that nearest relic, and I'm assuming to see TCs. I didn't show the TC spots for Viper, but this is really nice. 2 farms here, like 1, 2, 3 at least, and a lot of wood around, and this one on the main stone, so Viper is preparing to get a castle up in like middle to late Castle Age, at least that's what I'm guessing, and both saw the standard upgrade on the way. Viper probably producing the first monk to try and grab this relic. Melkor this time not going for stables, but the TC as expected on that woodline and main gold makes a lot of sense. Actually, Viper is camping out close to the 2 goats and the relic to maybe try and grab a monk here, but 2 monasteries on the way, and Melkor resources looking really good right now. He's doing 2 monks. I guess we might see Sanctity very soon. Unless Viper is not putting down any military units, then it's possible to not see that at all, and we're going to see Redemption maybe, and some forward siege workshop. Then again, Melkor is putting up a 3rd TC as well, so this is not really the most aggressive approach ever seen. It's like a mixed strategy, and they can be really difficult. Sanctity actually coming up makes sense as long as there is 1 scout on the map. The monks are not really safe, and with Sanctity costing less, of course Melkor will have more than enough gold to create more monks. And he still got those few, like 7, 8, 9 villagers. How much it is? Actually 11 of those villagers on gold. So Melkor will start an attack soon. But ooh, nice snipe from the Viper. He should be able to get 1 monk, maybe a second. No. That was close, but 12 HP left, and so Melkor now has full map control. Viper is going for monks here, trying to grab the 2nd relic, and he might be able to do so. No, that monk is going down, 1, 2, 3 hits, and Melkor will be able to get all the relics in that are still on the map. I think he should have the 4-to-1 relic advantage. Viper with the quick walls here, he can delete those actually, but no necessity, is it called like that yet? And Viper of course ahead on villages, but not by a lot here. Melkor is not so far behind. Melkor got a really good amount of farms up. Viper though, pretty much the same amount of farmers, that's my guess here. And Viper has 450 stone in the bank, 200 more to get the castle up. And then we might see Conquistadors later on, or just a defensive castle, maybe to cover that stone and protect the gold. 2 of those scouts patrolling around, Melkor is controlling them, and Melkor is starting to go aggressive here. That villager should build a forward siege workshop, at least that's my guess, and Viper probably is expecting this because around 21 minutes, 22 maybe, really expect your opponents who is going monks to try and go aggressive, try and break in. And with Viper having 653 stone in the bank, he should be able to defend the castle coming up where it was expected, pretty much protecting the main gold, covering the 2nd stone, and that siege workshop is getting finished. Another barracks now coming up, no monastery, barracks. We're going to see monks and then I guess spearmen here from the Burmese, and that castle only for now 1 villager building that castle. It's a Spanish villager, it's faster, but Viper doesn't see the need to go with a lot of villagers. That is really wasting villager time. Instead, Viper is walling up a little bit. He's expecting the siege units now, and I think with that castle coming up and the walls on the other side, he will be fine. Fortified wall, actually. I remember the game with 3-layer fortified walls, Celts, and then just boom and go with a lot of siege. That was beautiful, and it was a really strong strategy. Right here, the fortified walls should keep Melkor out of Viper space for at least some more time, and that castle will go up even before the ram is going in. Melkor has a lot of monks now. He is on more villages than the Viper, which is interesting. Maybe Viper, yes, clicking up to Imperial Age, he probably stopped villager production for a bit here. And Melkor, a lot of gold in the bank. He still got a few villagers on gold. He can produce more monks, but what else to do here? He needs siege now, and the mangonel won't really help too much. That market might fall, but other than that, Viper will be fine, I guess. At least for now. Viper doing fletching, and we're going to find out how the Viper is going to defend against the monks plus siege plus a few spearmen. We probably won't see cavalry units then. It's possible to go like no, archers not for Spanish, elite skirmishers maybe. They have full upgrades from the blacksmith, and I think also the ballistics, of course, and thumbring is available for everybody, so it should be fine for Viper to go against the monks, but there is scorpions, there is mangonels on the field, and Bodkin arrow coming up maybe just for the castles then. We do see barracks now and a few conquistadors. Viper is moving out and he might try and go for some kills here. We might see a few dead villagers on the stone, main stone. No loom for Melkor yet. He's doing wheelbarrow only now. That's way too late. Clicked up to Imperial Age and he was able to break in, but can't really do a lot. And that ram is actually attacking that wall to try and go around, but Viper I think has an easy wall of here as well. And where's Viper's conquistadors going from the backside? The villager is still alive, and those Kongs will be able to take down a scorpion probably, and then the monks will make sure that those conquistadors have to go back. Viper doing heresy now, and that means we might see a conquistador defense against monks here, as long as you cannot convert them and make them go to your party. Yeah, the conquistadors will be fine against the monks. Heresy, soon to be finished. Husbandry, leather archer armor, actually. So it's the upgrades for the castle, I guess. Bodkin arrow. And it's going to be conquistadors with fully upgrades. And with full upgrades as far as Viper can afford them. And we have... No, that castle is not going up. Too many monks here from Melkor. Viper has a trebuchet to attack those forward buildings. Going for the barracks first. It makes sense. The spearmen will be better against conquistadors than like scorpions or mangonels. And now Viper, supremacy coming up. Ooh, villagers going to fight. I love this. Bloodlines on the way. Well, the villagers are starting to attack here. And Viper can afford to lose a few villagers. 98. The monks can kill those. Pikemen done. Go to find block printing conscription, even Onager upgrade coming in. But there is the supremacy villagers, 3+6 attack, 80 HP, and even the monks can't really do a lot here. Conquistadors now moving and starting to attack monks. The villagers doing the same, and Melkor is getting caught off guard here a little bit. Very impressive style of the Spanish to defend against the monks, but it wasn't really a monk rush, let's be honest. Viper behind fortified walls was fine all the time. Onager may be good, but Melkor saying, what's happening? Not sure. Where is he losing units? Is he losing some units somewhere? No, he's not getting raided. Maybe just in front. And I think maybe he's realized, oh, by the way, dying. Yeah, I think he realized, oh, supremacy villagers are attacking me. And this is looking very good for the Viper now. It's another siege workshop coming up, but Viper is sending villagers forward to build a castle in the middle of the map, controlling everything. And Melkor even abandoning that siege workshop. He's got a castle of his own in front of the main stone. But Viper in the driver's seat now. Conquistador 75 HP, 2+2 defense. Elite Conquistador on the way, and that's Viper's second castle only, but it can go for more, and now archer range is actually coming up. Going to see elite skirmishers or hand cannoneers? I guess skirms here, and the monks won't really be good. Halberdiers will die to the skirmishers. Yeah, that lumber camp won't survive for too long. I think Viper should realize that. Here we go. And elite skirmish on the way? Not yet. Skirmisher production not starting. Viper is low on resources. He invested into elite conquistadors. But those are a threat that you need to be able to face here. And Melkor doesn't seem to have what he needs against that army now. More archer ranges. Skirmisher production starting. Elite skirms to come soon. And Viper sending the trebuchet now to hit that castle from Melkor. Does Melkor have a counter trap prepared? Yes, coming up. Barracks from Melkor, but they were there before, I think. And the villagers again starting to attack the monks, the mangonels. Not sure about it. The halberdiers don't really stand a chance against those villagers. Look at the stats. Pretty neck and neck, but the villagers have more HP. Of course, the halberdiers might be attacking faster, and they're attacking on their own. Don't need to control them. But yeah, Viper, as you can see, full map control, getting rid of that castle. Melkor is not paying attention here. Trebuchet only now starting to counterattack. And on the other side, Viper's villagers, now elite skirmishers as well, are starting to counter those halberdiers, starting to attack. And Melkor is losing more and more map here. Viper with the conquistadors can launch devastating attacks against any unit pretty much. Castle is down, and Trebuchet getting killed by villagers as well. Viper is moving forward, going into the base soon. Melkor trying to quickly put up a defensive castle, but he may be out of gold. He has got that second stone in the back, and he has a castle on those golds. That's not really the best castle ever. Problem is, Viper is on the forward move, and he will be able to take down castles using the trebuchets that he has. That's 2 of them. Only now, Loom coming in for Melkor. He can see, oh, my villagers might get attacked soon. Population wise, he is behind by 20, no, by 30. and that's significant at this point with the map control Viper has. 40 against 24 military units. The villagers now attacking the monasteries. The next castle is under heavy attack from those two trebuchets. Conquistadors can do anything here pretty much. They are not getting attacked by halberdiers. The elite skirmishers are a nice additional unit. And it looks like Viper is taking the victory here. That forward castle saves everything. We are 37 minutes in, and I think Melkor got beaten heavily here by Viper's villager defense and the use of Conquistadors in early Imperial Age as well. Beautiful game, and you can see in the map a lot of yellow, not so much red any longer. That castle will take down the main TC. Villager attack, Melkor calling the GG. Nicely, wow, I never thought of that before. That defense, I guess, with the villagers was really nice. Perfect way against the monks and, yeah, the pikemen actually. Viper, yeah, just acknowledging that and saying, yeah, it was a smart idea. I hope you enjoyed this one. A really interesting game in my opinion. Burmese against Spanish. Not sure what the strongest civilization is overall. In this game, you could see the execution by Viper being perfect. Viper, and yeah, I hope to see you in the next game then. GG.